Alright, well thanks for watching another video on Dusty Duke. Good to have you guys on. As always, I've got my coffee ready to go. And this is unscripted. I like to keep things raw and real. But if you don't know my story, I've been in the house cleaning business for 14 years and I love helping others have a successful cleaning business of their own. And my philosophy is that the need for house cleaning services will always be bigger than the demand, or I mean, I didn't say that right. The demand for house cleaning services will always be bigger than the supply. I guess that's what I meant. So, in my book, there's plenty of room, plenty of opportunity for people to run a cleaning business, and if I can help you with that in any way, then I want to be able to do that. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that. I'm always adding new content. All the content that I add, by the way, is based on my experience and the personal lessons that I've learned over the years of having a cleaning business. So I'm not copying anyone. This is raw. This is real information, and I hope it benefits you. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that. This video is a part of a larger kind of collection of videos because there are 7 business principles that you have to invest in to have a successful cleaning business. There's another video I created that kind of summarizes all 7 of those videos. You can watch it. And today we're going to be talking about the 7th business principle, which is mastering your mindset. Okay. You have to be able to master your mindset if you're going to have a successful cleaning business. I was looking for a book of mine that I purchased. It's a great book called The Personal MBA, and he has a whole section in there that talks about kind of the psychology of how entrepreneurs work. And the truth is, you can have a clear blueprint of how to have a successful cleaning business. Someone can say, here's the secrets to having a fulfilling, thriving business. Okay, they can tell you exactly what steps to take, but if you haven't mastered your mindset, you're not going to succeed. Okay, being an entrepreneur, being a business owner of a house cleaning business requires mastering your mindset. So there's definitely there have been a lot of things in my life that I've had to master my mindset over, and I'm still working on them. I'm going to talk about 5 kind of key areas that come to my mind when it comes to really being in charge of your mind. Because your mind's going to play tricks on you, your mind's going to try to tell you things that aren't true. You can be your worst enemy. Um, and the reason a lot of entrepreneurs fail isn't because they didn't have a good sales plan, isn't because they didn't have a good accounting plan. It's because they hadn't mastered their mindset. That's the reason my first cleaning business failed. That's the reason a lot of people who have any kind of business, when they fail, it's because they had a mindset problem. When you get your mindset right, everything else becomes right as well. Okay, so I'm going to share kind of 5 broad areas that come to my mind when you want to master your mindset when starting a house cleaning business. I'll probably create other videos to kind of drill down into these a little bit more. But the first thought that I have when it comes to mastering your mindset for your cleaning business is to be the boss of your emotions. You got to be the boss of your emotions. Being an entrepreneur is very emotional. It is. It's going to challenge you emotionally. When you're trying to start a cleaning business for the first time, you're going to deal with a lot of emotions, especially if you're coming out of a full-time job with security, with consistency, and you're about to quit that and you're going to start your own cleaning business, and maybe you've got family or friends that are telling you, no, it's a bad idea, don't do it. There's a lot of emotions that come from that. A lot of, people that start a cleaning business, they feel worry, they feel stress, they might feel anxiety. When you're dealing with clients, when you're dealing with your employees, when something doesn't go right, when you get chewed out by a customer because they think you didn't do a great job, there's emotions that are happening. You're going to feel angry, you're going to feel shame, you're going to feel incompetent, okay? And if you allow those emotions to drive you, then it's only a matter of time before you're going to deplete yourself and you're going to talk yourself out of your cleaning business. So just learn to have a grasp on your emotional well-being. There's a book, I can't remember the author, but there's a book out there called Emotional Intelligence. Great book. I have another book. I don't know where it's at. Um, I can't even remember the name of it, but let's see if I can find it on the internet here. Um, Mind Your Mindset by Michael Hyatt, and he wrote it with his daughter. Mind Your Mindset by Michael Hyatt. Phenomenal book that talks about how our brain works, talks about the emotional part of it, why we make decisions the way we do, how we sabotage ourselves, and how to overcome the negative emotions so that we can move forward, okay? But just keep that in mind. We're all emotional creatures. Even people who think that, those of us who think we're tough and we can handle any challenge and no one's going to get us down. Well, that's great, but be aware of those feelings, okay? Just keep that in mind. Master your mindset through your emotions. The second thought that I have when it comes to mastering your mindset is take your thoughts captive. I think, I might be wrong, but I think there's a verse somewhere in the Bible that talks about taking every thought captive. When I hear that, it's just so true, because what your thoughts are of people, your clients, your employees, what you're thinking of people is going to influence your business decisions. If you think to yourself, man, I really screwed up on this other client's house, I can't do anything right. Let's say you cleaned for someone and it didn't go the way you thought it was, or it didn't go the way you thought it was going to go. The client's upset. They chew you out. You feel bad. If your thought process is, I can't do anything right. I thought I could clean houses, but I'm a failure now. This experience proved it. If those are the thought processes that are going through your head, you're going to fail your cleaning business. If you're doing your taxes or accounting and you're like, I'm not a numbers person, I didn't realize there was going to be this much financial work, I didn't know there was going to be so much administrative work, I can't do this, you're going to fail your cleaning business. If you're telling yourself, man, I didn't know I was going to have to spend so much money on product, I didn't know all these bills, I didn't know that if I hired employees I was going to have to pay for workers' comp and extra insurance, I didn't factor that in, I guess it's too hard, it's harder than I thought it was going to be, I need to quit. If those are the kind of thoughts that you're allowing to bounce around in your head, eventually you're going to fail at your cleaning business, okay? So anytime you hit a hurdle, a challenge, a difficulty in your business, there's going to be some thoughts that try to creep up, okay, and are going to try to make you think negative thoughts, and you just have to learn to overcome them. Look at your failures in a different light. Anytime a client's house cleaning didn't go well, look at it as an opportunity to grow. Ask yourself, how can I do better next time? How can I communicate what we're going to do for the client next time for our future clients so that this doesn't happen again? Look at it as a lesson. Look at it as an opportunity to grow. But you got to learn to capture your thoughts so that they don't drag you down and make you fail at your business. Now, the third one is to challenge your belief system. Your belief system is how you view business. It's kind of your worldview of how you view, the business world, your cleaning business. And the reason this is so important is because if you've got a negative belief system when it comes to business, or if you've got a skewed belief system, if you have this internal belief that, this is the way things should be, and you never challenge yourself, you don't have humility enough to think to yourself, maybe I'm wrong, then you're going to become your own worst enemy. You're going to be stuck up in your head. No one's ever going to be able to give you advice, and you can run yourself into the ground. I'm trying to think of an example of what this looks like. There's some cleaning business owners out there that start up. This is just an example of having a bad belief system. And they believe that if they're going to be successful, they've got to offer everything. They've got to not just offer house cleaning services, they've got to water plants, they've got to clean carpets, they've got to clean windows, they've got to provide pet sitting services, they're going to throw in babysitting and nanny jobs in there, right? They got to do everything for the client, otherwise they're not going to succeed. Well, that's a bad belief system. There's some people that believe, well, if I'm going to be successful, I've got to charge really low rates. I've got to, undercut my competitors by 50%. Otherwise, I'm never going to get clients. Well, that's not true. That's a type of belief system that you've put on yourself. There's some people who have families that are discouraging them from starting their own cleaning business. They're telling them, go get a full-time job, work for an employer, go to college, don't start a cleaning business, that's foolish. And some of those people believe they're family members, and they think, they're right. I can't start a cleaning business. What am I thinking? I can't be successful. Well, that's kind of a belief system when it comes to having a cleaning business. So if you're viewing the world through kind of this tainted perception, and you're never humble enough to challenge that perception, you're going to stay stuck. There's one of my favorite TV shows to watch is a show called The Prophet, and it's about this guy. I think his first name's Marcus. Can't remember his last name, but if you've seen The Prophet, he's a millionaire that goes in and he helps these struggling businesses. He pours money into them, but then he revamps their entire business. He changes things, and it's interesting watching these entrepreneurs' mindsets because they're struggling emotionally. They have this belief system of how their business should be. And even though this guy Marcus, the prophet, is showing them the data, he's showing them the financial proof that what they're doing hasn't been working, they're still stuck to this belief that they have to run their company this way. And as a house cleaning business, if you don't challenge your belief system, if you're not humble enough to be open to new ideas and to learn from others, then you're going to stunt your growth. So you got to challenge what kind of belief system is holding you back in your cleaning business. Now the fourth thought is, when it comes to mastering your mindset, is discipline your behavior. Okay? You have to discipline your behavior. What do I mean by that? There's a set of actions and habits and steps that you need to be taking as an entrepreneur to be successful. And a lot of times, I can't tell you how many house cleaning business owners I've heard of who they have a good strategy to grow their business, but they don't take the efforts they need to. They procrastinate. They don't feel motivated. They lack energy. They had a bad week, a client chewed them out, now they feel depleted. Now they don't want to go out and do the work of finding new customers. So you've got to get yourself into this process where you're disciplining the positive behaviors and habits you need to grow your business. So what would that look like for us as cleaning businesses? It might be, we need to set aside 20% of what we make to pour into marketing, to pour into advertising, because we're not doing anything to let people know that we exist as a business. It might look like, I've got to make myself go and be a part of some networking groups. I've got to talk to people. Another one might be, when someone calls the phone, I need to keep that phone next to me while I'm cleaning, and I need to answer the phone. Because one of the reasons cleaning companies don't get a lot of bookings is because they don't know how to answer their phones. Or they do know how to, they just don't. They're lazy. Or there's some other excuse. So, it's one thing to know what you need to do to grow your cleaning business. It's a whole other thing um, disciplining yourself with the necessary habits and behaviors to get you there. Okay? Every time you hear a good piece of advice on how to grow your business, get more customers, you've got to discipline yourself to take action. If you're not taking action, if you're not making the effort, you're not going to grow your cleaning business. And you've got to stay disciplined when it comes to keeping your emotions in check, your thoughts, your beliefs. You've got to commit to mastering your mindset. Now, the fifth and final thought that I had here is, this is really important, by the way, but continue to invest in your health. Investing in your health is so important. If you're eating fast food in between cleaning jobs because it's convenient, because McDonald's or whatever is on the way to your next job, it's going to mess with your health, your mental health, your physical health, your ability to think straight. So this all sounds like kind of cliche. You've heard people talk about this before, but make sure whatever food you're eating is healthy and nutritious. Okay, if you're splurging on sugar and stuff, make sure it's not very often. And I'm not a health expert. I'm not trying to tell you how to have a healthy diet or anything. But just make sure that the food intake that you're eating is healthier. Make sure you're getting your fruits and vegetables and drinking a ton of water. And don't drink Gatorade or Propel. Okay? Stick with water. Take water on your cleaning jobs. Take snacks with you. Granola bars, nuts, dried fruits on those cleaning jobs to replenish your strength. Okay? Because I can't tell you how many house cleaners are out there. They're cleaning houses. They're not taking care of themselves physically. And when you're on a job, if you're at a job cleaning 4 hours on a huge house, and you didn't bring enough water, or you had a Pop-Tart for breakfast, and your sugar levels are high, your ability to focus on those jobs is going to go down. Your energy is going to go down. You're going to be more susceptible to missing areas, to missing cleaning certain areas in the client's home. So the more you're investing in your physical health, the more of a better performer you're going to be on the cleaning. And if you have employees, you need to encourage your employees to take care of themselves physically as well. Okay? Bring healthy snacks with you. Bring a healthy lunch with you. Get enough sleep. As entrepreneurs, we think that we have something to prove as entrepreneurs, so we're going to stay up late and get up early. Like, we're just going to grind all day. It's not worth it, guys. You're going to be at your best. You're going to bring the best version of yourselves to the table, to your client's house, when you get good sleep. When you're getting 7-8 hours of sleep, okay, your body's going to feel the energy it needs to perform and to clean better. Take vitamins. I can't tell you the change that I had in my own, not just physical, but mental health when I started taking vitamins and drink tons of water all throughout the day. That again, sounds cliche, right? Sounds generic to talk about physical health. But if you're going to be on your feet all day long, if you're going to be in clients' homes, going up and down stairs, and if you're going to be focused on cleaning small details, whether it's, scrubbing the inside of an oven or cleaning a shower and all these different things, and you're going to be doing that, and you're going to be running your business, you're going to be taking care of the administrative side of your business, the finances, the hiring, the marketing, all those things, you have got to be at your best physically. You've got to have energy to go on those walkthroughs with those clients. And the more you're taking care of your health, your physical health, it's going to be easier to master your mindset in all those other areas. It's going to be a lot easier to master your emotions, your thought patterns, your beliefs. Okay? So I tell you that because that's how it was for me. It was so much easier to do those cleaning jobs, do those walkthroughs, clarify the finances of my business when I started taking care of myself physically and getting the nutrition and the rest that I needed. So when you master your mindset, it's going to be a lot harder for you to give up. When you start to master your emotions, master your health, master your thoughts, it's going to be a lot harder for you, or for anyone else for that matter, to talk you out of having a cleaning business. And again, the reason a lot of cleaning companies fail is because they talked themselves out of it. They weren't humble enough to see a problem and fix it. They were too attached to a specific process that wasn't working, and it got them in trouble. They allowed their clients or their employees to make them feel bad, to make them feel guilty, so they gave up. And you cannot become your worst enemy. You need to be your biggest champion. You need to believe in yourself. I know that, again, sounds cliche, but you have to have a certain level of hopefulness that you're going to make it. And you got to look at your failures as opportunities to grow. And the more you master your mindset, the easier it's going to be to implement all the strategies that we talk about in these 7 business principles for growing a successful cleaning business. Okay. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you haven't watched any of the other videos that talk about these business principles, there's 7 of them. I'd encourage you to go and check those out. We cover 7 different principles, which, by the way, I didn't come up with. They've been around for hundreds of years. I just communicate them and translate them for the house cleaning industry, okay? But go through and watch those other videos if you haven't. And make sure you also subscribe to this channel, because we have tons of other videos that we're going to be posting this year. Our goal is to get to 100 videos by the end of 2025. We've got lots of content to post. Thank you again for watching. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you and maybe make a video response to any questions that you have. So until the next time, I hope that your cleaning business is successful, and we'll catch you the next time.